not alone. This is the resistance.
What's up, everyone? This is the Tin Man with the Resistance. If you're watching this, you are the Resistance. Today, I want to talk about something I have not talked about yet. I want to talk about the Illuminati. Now, it seems that in this day and age, the idea and perception of who's behind the New World Order is a bit skewed. The Illuminati have been pushing a very, very strong campaign denouncing their affiliation with the tyrannical globalist New World Order agenda, and that it's just a case of mistaken identity due to misuse of their symbolism by various groups and the quote slander by Alex Jones and other activists. In fact, many activists have bought this story, and I'll admit they are very persistent and very convincing. And yes, I've talked with some of their representatives and even some who claim that they are high-ranking Illuminati members. But despite all their propaganda and seemingly convincing arguments, there are far too many holes in their story and way too many public statements and quotes by them that go contrary to their public story of them being victims of mistaken identity. Now, I'm not trying to piss off any of my activist friends who may have bought this story, but like I said, there are far too many facts to ignore here, and this needs to be addressed. The Illuminati are not what they say they are, and are exactly what the activists and Alex Jones and everybody else said they were. Don't think so? Let's look at the facts, and you can do a search, search Google or Yahoo or whatever, and you can make your own assumptions as to whether or not I'm full of shit. But fact number one, they say they have no part in business, yet they admit that their main focus is technological advances in military and pharmaceuticals, along with their affiliation with Disney. And that's aside from the fact that the Illuminati membership is centralized around the famous 13 families who openly push the New World Order agenda. We're talking about the Astors, the Bundys, the Cullens, DuPonts, Freemans, Kennedy, Lee, Onassis, Reynolds, Rockefeller, Rothschilds, Russell, Van Doyens. They're all Illuminati. Again, check it out. The lists are right there. Number two, they say they have nothing to do with religion, yet their symbolism and ideology are used in the Bohemian Grove Club, Skull and Bones, Masonry, and many major religions, and have even been quoted saying, "We must allow the underlings to imagine, but without telling them the truth," again, this is their own quotes, "that we direct all the Freemason lodges and even all others, and that the greatest monarchs are under our guidance, which indeed is here and there the case." Also, they are quoted in what I've found is called J.D. Buck Illuminati quotes. They say, "If the sincere and thoughtful Mason would take notice of the symbolism and the use made everywhere in the lodge of the word light, and remember that the real initiates are called also the Illuminati." So they just said in their own quotes that Illuminati and Masons are the same thing, yet they'll tell you publicly that they're not. But there's their own quotes saying contrary. They're selling conflicting stories, all of which is public. Number three, they say they have no affiliation with the government, yet they admittedly designed the U.S. currency and the Federal Reserve. They helped the U.S. in various wars. And again, they put their foot in their mouths with their own quotes saying, "Rulers who are members must be prompted through the ranks of the order only in proportion as they acknowledge the goodness of its great object and manner of procedure its objects may be said to be the checking of tyranny and princes, nobles, and priests, and establishing a universal equality of condition and of religion. But I thought they didn't have anything to do with religion or government. Oh no, they must have been lying. Number 4, they chop all this up as people are just being slanderous and that their symbolism is being ripped off and misused despite their own words stating the contrary. And if there was any truth to their statements, logically, they would at the very least sue these various religions, businesses, and agencies for copyright infringement and misrepresentation. That'd be the logical thing to do. And I've even asked them, and when they respond to my questions, as to why they don't sue, they state simply, why would we do that? It's bad for business. So rather than go after the groups who they say are ripping them off, they go after the activists who point out these factors, as per another quote of theirs. If a writer publishes anything that attracts notice and is in itself just but does not accord with our plan, we must endeavor to win him over or decry him. That's their own policy right there, and in their own public quotes. They say also that they're not for the New World Order tyrannical agenda, despite their admissions that the term is their own. And again, it's their symbolism and whatnot being ripped off. Despite David Rockefeller saying, all we need is the right major crisis and all the nations will accept the New World Order. Again, another double standard. Two stories conflicting with each other of their own words. Again, all these quotes and statements are 100% documented and can be easily found in any search engine. So by all means, check it out. In addition, I mentioned earlier, I have talked with some Illuminati supporters and others who claim to be Illuminati or public representatives. And one thing that gets me is they claim they are not for business or religion and don't believe in God, yet they're heavily involved in pharmaceuticals and medical research, and we all know about their life extension technology, which to me suggests that aside from lying about being involved in business and not only believing in God because they're involved in religion, they say they don't believe in God. Me personally, I think they fear death. They very much believe in God. They fear death and the idea of the final judgment. That's why they work so hard in pharmaceuticals and technological advances. They want to live forever because they don't want to be held accountable for their actions. And, despite their public claims of being open and honest, again, their own words betray them when they admit that they're a secret organization, not to mention the quote I referred to in my second point. Also, if they were as open as they claim, why is it that the only way to join the Illuminati is to marry a member, and that their members are advised to marry only other Illuminati members except in certain circumstances, which they won't even disclose to the public? I don't know about you, but in my own personal opinion, it seems to me that the Illuminati are exactly what Alex Jones and others have said they are. They are nothing but a bunch of lying, power-hungry, high-class cousin fuckers who are bent on ruling the world and trying to live forever because they fear and can't manage to coexist with the rest of humanity or God. They have gone so far and have gotten so much that they have reached the top and have no place left to go but down. And that's their biggest fear because they know it's a long way to fall. And there's 6-7 billion people on the planet trying to get to the top and take their place. So they will do whatever they can to isolate and protect themselves from the rest of the world at any and all cost. And I know this video will piss them off, and I'll hear from them and whatnot, but what I've said is 100% factual and can be researched easy as pie, and the rest is a matter of opinion. You know, like I said, the cousin fuckers thing, you know, that's opinion based on their own statements that they only marry other Illuminati members in extreme cases. So, you know, what's not opinion, which is very little, for the most part, is 100% fact and can be researched and documented 110%. So go ahead and check it out. And Illuminati, if you want to get pissed off at me, sorry, you know what? All I'm doing is quoting what you said. So, you want to get pissed off at me for quoting you for what you said? Don't say it. Be straight shooters here. Okay? And stop trying to bullshit the public. But I'm out. That's all I got to say. Till next time, to all my subscribers and everybody watching, if you're not Illuminati, you are the resistance.